Hey, what's up? This is Sully from Godsmack. Strap on those boots, baby, because you are now in the trenches of the war room with the one and only Mistress Carrie right here on the Mistress Carrie podcast.
What's up? This is Joe Rogan, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Her hair so lovely. Pretty eyes.
Hey, this is Brent from Shinedown, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie. Hey, Carrie, go put your bra on, girl.
Hey, this is Steven Tyler, and you be listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
What's up? This is Aaron from Stain, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Hi, everybody. This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, and you're listening to the one, the only Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is David from the band Disturbed, and you're listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
Hi, Bruce Dickinson here from Iron Maiden. Yes, indeed, Miss Whiplash herself, Mistress Carrie, is here to unchain your brain.
Hi, this is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You're listening to Mistress Carrie.
This is Dennis Leary. You are listening to my favorite, Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is Corey from Stone Sour, and you have the privilege of listening to Mistress Carrie.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Mistress Carrie, reporting for duty from MCHQ for episode 309 of the Mistress Carrie podcast. My guest this week is Fat Mike from NOFX, or as he asked me to call him, Fatty. NOFX have a new film called 40 Years of Fucking Up, a documentary about the band, and they're doing screenings across the United States, including 2 on May 8th in Boston at the Alamo Drafthouse in the Seaport. There's also one in Burlington, Vermont on May 25th at Partisan Film, and another on June 5th at the Alamo Drafthouse in Boston. Fat Mike is not only the vocalist of the band NOFX, but he is also responsible for the final cut of the film. He's a father, a husband, a 3-time AVN Award winner, and co-author of the band NOFX, The Hepatitis Bathtub, and Other Stories. If you think you know where this interview is going, I promise you, you have no idea. I could talk to him for hours. So allow me to introduce you to Fatty, or Fat Mike, from NOFX. Mike, how are you?
I'm swell.
Do you rather people call you Mike or Fat Mike or what Michael? What do you like people to call you?
Only my wife calls me Michael.
That's how you know when you're in trouble, right?
Michael. And really, getting in trouble is the best part of my day.
Yeah.
So you can call me Fatty.
Fatty is what you like people to call you? Now, that goes into my conversation that I want to have with you about this documentary.
Okay.
Most people avoid being called fatty at all costs. They would hate it. You prefer it. Most people would spend their life trying to keep their darkest secrets, their worst day, all of that stuff. They would want to keep that private, in-house, and never let anybody know. You put it in a book and in a movie, and you're doing screenings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't that one of the biggest problems in the world? Is people are too scared to live their lives, and they do keep everything a secret, and they don't communicate with their partners or their friends, and they're not living their happiest life.
So the movie I'm talking about is 40 Years of Fucking Up.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 screenings that are coming to Boston. The one that's in May is already sold out. There's another one in June where there's still tickets available. Tell me when the idea for this movie actually started. Who brought it up? And how many times did people say, hell no, before they said yes?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It was my idea because I knew what streaming sites are offering documentaries these days, which is terrible. And, great, we make a movie. I think we spent $400,000 making this movie. And you sell it for 500 or 800, and they own it for 6 or 7 years. I was like, hell no. And I knew the Rocky Horror people. I know Lou Adler and Cisco Adler because I had Lou Adler on my podcast. And I just went to Cisco, go, I want to do it like you guys do it. You guys play in movie theaters all around the world every week or every month. Let's do it that way. Because this movie, I think it's good enough that people will go back and see it again. And that's what's happening. So yeah, we're only going to play it in movie theaters. And so far, everything's sold out, and it's such a great feeling because that's how people are supposed to see movies. Uh, you, especially musical movies or comedies or horror films. Everyone gets scared at the same time. Everyone laughs at the same time, and that's how movies should be enjoyed. The first time I saw Star Wars, I ditched fourth grade. The only time I ever ditched school, and it was a theater full of people, and no one had ever heard of Star Wars, but it just opened, and when the Death Star blows up, the whole place erupted into cheers. That's fun. That's a movie.
I agree with you. I am a movie purist. I want to sit in the theater. I want in the middle, don't be an idiot and talk the whole time. I want popcorn and a cherry icy.
Yeah.
And I want to sit there with a room full of people.
I'm drinking a cherry drink right now.
See?
Cherry obituary.
Cherry icy is far superior than the black raspberry or the blue raspberry in my opinion.
Well, duh.
It's my favorite thing.
Blue's not even a real color.
Yeah. But to sit in the movies, like I remember when I was a kid going to see Close Encounters with my dad and my uncle and my cousins. My cousin Michael threw up spaghetti all over the movie theater. I remember that more than the first time I saw the actual movie because we still laugh about it to this day.
Yeah, and that's a real fucking movie.
Yes.
And first time we saw Bad News Bears when we were kids, it was the funniest thing we'd ever seen.
I saw Grease with my mom, and the "Tell Me About It" stud Sandy at the end of the movie with the cigarette.
That gave you your identity.
I wanted to be her.
Well, I bought Grease after I saw Grease from that scene and used it too.
I don't think understands. I mean, it says a lot about how you're predestined to be the person you are when you're a kid, because the two women that I remember looking at as a young girl and going, oh, I want to be like that, was Sandy at the end of Grease and Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I see it.
And there you go.
And the movie that changed my life or saved my life was Rocky Horror. And I was so attracted to Columbia and Frankenfurter. Like, what the hell is going on here? And that's why I got the tattoo, Don't Dream It, Be It. And that's how Rocky Horror it saved my life.
Rocky Horror is just proven to be so brilliant because it's arguably just as popular today as it is. My sister was just in New York last weekend and went to see the stage play on Broadway. Loved it.
Yeah, I had tickets, and I was too hungover to go. But I did see John Cameron Mitchell in O'Mary.
Oh, really?
And he's my other hero when he did Hedwig, and he's a dear friend of mine now, which is so cool.
We live in a time that, and this is coming from someone from Boston, right? That's a completely kind of liberal Northeast place, but still rooted in these insane puritanical things. We're still getting out of these blue laws. Like up until like 10 or 15 years ago, we couldn't even get tattoos in Massachusetts.
Wow.
It's just crazy. And we're living in this world where you have access to everything. And we see things about, Epstein and like all of this stuff. And yet there's still a weird stigma about adults and what adults do with other adults that are consenting.
We're in a puritanical country. We're in a religious state, which is, people don't think of it that way, but it's sad. It's just so weird. I'm from Massachusetts.
Originally, you're from Mass? How did I not know that?
From Newton.
No way.
Yeah, I have a song called Straight Outta Massachusetts. You should check it out.
Wait, I know that. Oh, I know the song. How did I not realize you were a masshole?
Yeah, that's right.
God, I'm an idiot. I take pride on researching the people on my show, too. I am such an asshole.
No, you're okay. Don't worry about it.
Massachusetts does have a long history of fantastic musicians that have come out of it. And obviously you're in that category too.
Well, NOFX, we really based our sound off. One of the bands we based our sound off of was the FUs from Boston.
It's really
Boston hardcore was our favorite hardcore scene.
Yeah, and when I talk to newer hardcore bands or talk to newer metal bands, we laugh about the idea that the region and the weather and all of that is impacting the art that comes out of it. Like I didn't understand Southern California music until I drove around LA and Santa Monica in a convertible and like listened to Sublime and the Chili Peppers and went, oh. And then I listened to reggae in Jamaica and went, oh. And if you go to Seattle and you listen to grunge music when you haven't seen the sun in 60 days, it all makes sense. And so I guess the Northeast, we're just pissed. And that's where all of that heavy, angry music comes from.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. So especially Boston and New York, totally makes sense.
Yeah, see, I think I always thought you were a New York guy. I knew you were like a Northeast guy, but maybe I just didn't realize you were a Newton guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't grow up there. I grew up in LA, but I spent my childhood in.
Pinky out for Newton, by the way, very fancy. Which
is it?
Newton? Oh yeah, you gotta have old school money to be in Newton.
I thought you just had to be Jewish.
No, that's if you look at the property values in Newton, man, that where you were born is not as much money as it used to be.
My parents, they had a house that was next to a cemetery, which is not that property you want on that block.
See, I would be cool with that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know at the time, so.
That was actually something I wanted to talk to you about because you've written songs about it, and it happened to me recently that I lost my mom to a long illness. And there's something that changes a kid, I think, when you take care of a mom that's sick and then you lose them. And you talk about like being an orphan. That's what my sister and I call ourselves now because our parents are both gone. And this is how I describe it. As feeling untethered or unanchored, that you're an adult and you're aware that you can handle yourself in the real world, but that anchor is gone. Is that how you feel about it too? Because I'm still getting used to this notion that my parents are gone.
No, not so much. I've always felt that way. I've always felt, except for my partner, or my daughter now, but I just, I always felt like I was kind of in this world alone. Because I was alone when I was a kid. I had parents, but I never saw them really. And, when they send you away for all summer to sleepaway summer camp, and you realize at some point, like, oh, right, they don't want to be around me that much. So, sure, I loved my parents, but no, I don't feel that way.
Does that, obviously it does, but I'm just curious how affect you as a parent? Like, how are you a different parent because of the way you were parented?
Well, much better. And I just find it so weird, like why my dad didn't want to spend time with me. I can't imagine. I love spending time with my daughter. It's just the coolest. And I think it could make you the same parent or a better parent. Depends on what you want. But I just didn't understand. I don't understand it. My daughter is such a joy to me.
I've talked to so many different rock star moms and dads, and I don't care how cool you are. Your kid gets to the point where you're just dad and you're not cool because you're just dad. Have you hit that point or have you found a way?
No, when my daughter started going to high school and she was only spending one night a week at my house, I ended up moving to LA a couple years later because I'm like, I don't see you. I'd rather just see you on trips because she was more interested in her friends. And that lasted all the way through college. It just recently changed. And the most incredible thing happened because of our movie.
I was going to ask how the movie affected your relationship with your daughter. Yeah.
Well, I was really quite a bit nervous because I come out really strong. And after the movie, she came up to me and she's 21 now and her friends were there and she's like, Daddy, I can't believe how good that movie was. And, she goes, I've seen you in dresses and heels and stuff, but I never really got it. She goes, after seeing you in that scene, I see you. I felt like that's my dad. And she said, I never saw you feminine before. I saw you in dresses, but never feminine. And she's like, it just hit me in my heart, and I realized who you were. And she's like, I'm sorry we haven't been closer, but let's make up for it. I was like, this is the greatest day of my life.
What an amazing thing to hear as a dad.
Oh, unbelievable. And now we talk a lot more, and we're making plans. She's going to go to some film festivals with me. And I did not see that coming.
When you put so much raw information, personal stuff into a movie about yourself, and I say this to songwriters too, as someone that doesn't have that ability to craft songs and kind of, you know, you take all of this personal stuff about yourself and you craft this thing out of it, and then you give it to the world to critique and purchase and like and not like and criticize and whatever. Was there anything that you regretted putting in there? Is there stuff that you wish you had put in now that you left out because of how well it's received?
No, there isn't. Because, 8 months ago, we had the first draft. We had the first cut. And I was sent it, and I'm like, well, this is terrible. No way. And so I've spent the last 8 months fixing it. But not just fixing it. Adding, subtracting. It didn't tell the NOFX story. And that's why all the newer interviews are me explaining how we did it. Because that is huge. Because just how we did it for 40 years is how we ended. And it's how we're doing the movie. We're just doing it all by ourselves. And because when you do it like that, there's no rules. And you can do whatever you want. The significant scene, there's a few of them, but the one where I'm in my closet, coming out of the closet in my closet. And that scene was never meant to be filmed, or it wasn't going to be part of the movie at all. They were just filming me in my pool, and I got to get changed upstairs. I go, you guys should follow me. So I close on, I go, check this out. And then that was all just filmed, one take, and I didn't have anything planned. And it turned out to be a scene that, it's funny, everyone giggles when they first see it, like the beginning, but by the ending, everyone is like, oh, they're just breathless because it's so vulnerable, and didn't see that coming at all.
How did the rest of the guys in the band react to that?
Eric Melvin wanted it out of the movie. He wanted 30 things out of the movie, mostly things that had to do with me. Because, he doesn't like me. And he just thought it should be more of a band documentary where it shows us playing and, things like that. Like, dude, this is a movie. I mean, I produced a movie that I can watch now. My wife can watch. She couldn't watch the first one. She's like, I'm sorry, this is so boring. And it really moves now. And someone asked me, are you more interested in the legacy of NOFX or making an amazing movie? And I said, well, I'm interested in both, but the movie. I want the movie to be really good. Just like I want one of our records, just like I want everything I do to be good. The book we did is stellar reviews, and every record I put out, even looking back, I mean, I made some ones that aren't that good, but I accomplished what I wanted to. I don't hear anything on records generally that I would have done different because I spent so much time doing it.
I talked to Everlast recently, and something you said kind of remind me of that conversation is that the freedom to be in control of your own destiny, to self-fund, to not be beholden to anyone, to be able to make your own decisions and have the art be exactly how you want it to be. He described the power of being untouchable, that he can do whatever he wants and he doesn't have to answer to anyone. And that seems like such an amazing freedom That I think a lot of people that go to a 9 to 5 and they do a job they hate because they need the health insurance and they have kids and a mortgage, like the idea that you really are at that point free to make decisions based on just what's important to you, that sounds like how you are too.
Yeah, and it's not just in music or work. It's, my sexuality that didn't come overnight. I was kinky. I knew I was kinky when I was 12, but until, 10 or 15 years ago is when I really became free. I started seeing a dominatrix and living the lifestyle and just realizing, oh, I can do anything I want to do, as long as it's, consensual. And what a wonderful world opened up to me. And that's why in this movie, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to show my joy and I have from being who I want to be, which is so hard to do in this world. And I think and how it's touching people, which I didn't know, it's better than I thought. I mean, people like the movie more than I thought they would, and it's hitting people in the way I really wanted it to.
For anybody that hasn't seen the movie yet, unfortunately, sometimes the labels kind of help people understand what you're talking about. How do you describe yourself in a way that people that haven't seen the movie would understand?
Yeah, my wife calls me a boy girl, and as far as pronouns go, I like per, which is something new that I put in a song. It's per, short for person, which is not plural. It's just pretty simple, and it works in every sentence. But I'm a kinkster. I like to become very submissive and feminine a lot, but it's not part of my normal personality. I'm such an alpha. I'm just a Southern California bro, who golfs and plays poker and drives a Cadillac. But well, it's from 1976, but still,
it's the Southern California old school cars thing. That thing in the snow in Boston would suck.
Yeah. But in Vegas, it's perfect.
Right.
But I become a different person, and my wife, who had a lot of problems with men in her early years, if you know what I mean, she just loves that about me. That she feels so safe around me.
I love that you guys found each other. Like, that's the thing that I think we're all in this world. It doesn't matter how you describe yourself, how you self-identify, what kind of relationship you're looking for. When you can find that person that sees all of you, I joke with my husband all the time that I'm like 3.5 billion guys on the planet. And I was like, that's the one I want. That's mine. That's the one.
Yeah.
Like, that's an amazing thing.
It is quite an amazing thing to find true love in your life. I've found it more than once, which is amazing. But you're absolutely right. And how do you find that person if you don't even know who you are?
And if you're not willing to show who you really are to other people for them
find
to
your
fall
soulmate.
in love with you, right?
Yeah, because you put on some act, and then a few years down the line, when you start to open up, they're like, who is this? I didn't know this was you. Well, and that's why, when I meet someone, first of all, I never have sex with a woman for months, or weeks. I have to like someone. But it's so rare for me. I only slept with 2 women in 30 years once.
Well, that's kind of a girl thing too, I think, is that you have to there has to be that emotional connection to a person. I tell my husband that all the time. Like, there's got to be something.
I don't want to stick my dick in anything weird. I'd rather jerk off. But
the thing that I did see with some of the video that I've seen, because I've only read descriptions of the movie, I've only seen the trailer and stuff. As a woman with bad feet,
yeah,
It's very upsetting to me how comfortable in heels you are because I'm so envious of that because I'm one of those women that
Not
love
anymore.
Not anymore.
No. I spent too many days in high heels on ecstasy.
Oh, that'll do it.
Like 8 hours in high heels, and now these days, no. These I need a 1 inch heel is about all I can do.
Those heels, a lot of guys don't understand.
If I'm tied, spread eagle on a bed, I can have any heels. But yeah, I can't walk around in it anymore.
I love that I can have these conversations with you, which has got to be something your wife loves about it too, because you're just, look, like I said, it's very rare to bump into somebody in this world that's just unashamed to be who they are. It's refreshing. And the fact that you put it all in this movie, I mean, NOFX has been around for 40 years. And now there's this movie where people can see all of this stuff. What's been the reaction from the music community, the hardcore community?
Well, I don't know. It's only been out a few weeks. And I've gotten a lot of texts from people. The coolest text I got was from Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. He brought me flowers. He just flipped out over this. And Josh Homme from Queens, he freaked out on it. Tommy Lee loved it. I knew punk rockers that I know would love it, but seems like everyone, musicians especially, they just all love it because it's not bullshit.
Yeah.
We're not showing how great we are. We're showing how not great we are.
Which is a really weird mission statement.
Well, the last thing in the movie I changed, which is really fascinating, was us playing live at the end. Because it was like 10 minutes of us playing a little bit like from our last 3 shows. And I played in a kinky event with like 30 kinky people before it was done. And they loved it. But the ending, I could see the boredom in their faces. So I was like, this is not working. Why would I want to show us playing music good? And it just clicked. I go, I have to show us not playing good. I have to show our arguments on stage and all the fuck ups we made and everything that we said that was, is that racist? Why is he talking shit about Mexicans? I wanted to show all our faults. And now it works so well because that is us.
I love movies that show the bloopers during the credits.
Yeah.
I want to see the zits on the face at the end. Like, I just sat for 2 hours with my cherry icy and my popcorn watching the finished product. I want to see the mistakes.
Yeah. And it's different than bloopers because when you play a live show, you don't want people to see you play bad.
Right.
It's not a blooper. It's, oh my God, this was their last show and they made all these mistakes and they argued. That's just unheard of to put in a rock movie.
Well, I ask bands all the time about their Spinal Tap moment because Spinal Tap proves itself to be scientifically accurate every day. Is with all of the crazy things that have happened to you on stage, is there one thing that you're just like, I can't believe that happened?
No, because it's just too many of them. And it's like, after like the first couple times you shart on stage, it feels a little embarrassing. And then it just turns into, a little tragedy plus time. Now it's comedy every time.
I'm a proud person that is not a member of the I Shit My Pants Club. This is a conversation I have with a lot of my friends. And there are people that have told me the day you join the I Shit My Pants Club, I have to call them because I have not joined that club yet, I'm proud to say.
Yeah, well, not only have I joined the club, but I'm the president.
Well, now I'll put you on the call tree. The day I join the club, you're going to be one of the ones that I call. I know that you're in Vegas. I want to give you a chance as a novice poker player. I know you're good or better than most. What's some good poker advice for somebody?
Oh, don't bluff. And only once in a while. You see it on TV, but you only bluff once in a while. Semi-bluffing is okay. If you have 4 cards to a straight or a flush, you could bet big because you have some outs. But regular bluffs, that's not real poker. I mean, I take that back. I know people who do it. You just have to be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I just final tabled at a event on the World Poker Tour.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked, because I saw that. Yeah. And I'm not someone that is good at poker, so.
No, I'm sorry. The best advice, fold. I didn't play one hand in 90 minutes in that tournament. Because if you're out of position and you have shitty hands, don't play. That's what people can't do.
Yeah.
Can't sit there for an hour without playing any hand.
I got to ask you a couple questions that I ask everybody on the show before I let you go. As a songwriter, I told you that I do not have the gift. Is there a song that you believe is perfectly crafted? Like any artist, any genre, that you look at the song as a songwriter and go, that song's perfectly written. Fuck, I wish I wrote that song.
I'm just going to throw one out there. I have a lot, but Who Sucked Out the Feeling by Superdrag?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good song. Of course, first time I heard Smells Like Teen Spirit, I'm like, finally, a band that ripped off Blue Oyster Cult but made it sound better. I mean, it does sound a bit like Godzilla, but no, a lot of people remember where they were when they heard Smells Like Teen Spirit.
And I got to ask you the Geezer question because I've never gotten a stupid answer. I have to explain. Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath came on the show. Was talking about how him and Gloria could never go on vacation because they have 13 cats and 5 dogs. When I asked him how the hell you keep track of that many animals and how you name them all, he dropped the knowledge that he names them all after gangster rappers and then proceeded to list all the gangster rappers that his cats and dogs are named after, which after I fell on the floor laughing at Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath, I now ask every rock star that comes on the show to tell me about their pets because of Geezer. So it's Geezer's fault I asked this question.
I really can't help you.
You don't have pets at all?
No, I really travel too much, and I had a dog for a while. I ended up leaving with my ex-wife, and I never picked it up. So, I mean, I travel more than 6 months a year.
Yeah,
but and I am the pet in the family.
That was actually the answer I was hoping to get out of you. So thank you for going there.
No, I have 2 full drawers of puppy gear. You know. Sometimes I'm a rubber puppy. Sometimes I'm a leather puppy. Pink puppy, Dalmatian. Yeah, I got all kinds of shit.
I cannot.
My collection is crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it sounds like an Instagram series of just going through your closet item by item.
Oh, you know what? That would be really good, actually.
You got to do that.
On a real note, people think I'm really wacky, but it's such a great feeling to be in puppy space when you like cuddle around your master's boots and you're just kind of watching TV, but you're just on your knees and you're holding on to, and just with your head on their lap. It's a very interesting feeling.
I have pugs and they sleep on my boobs, so I get it.
Yeah. And all you have to do is be affectionate. And you don't think about a lot of stuff. You're just thinking about how happy you are that your master is, it's my wife. But
I know that's the best part of the whole thing is that when you're talking about this whole thing, it's that you're married and this is your wife and you guys are just happy. That's what makes me happy about the whole thing.
Yeah.
You're just happy. We should all try to be a little more happy.
Yeah. And we're both serial monogamists. And we have so many swinger friends and we just don't get it.
Yeah, I know some swingers and I've never known any of it to go well.
Yeah, it's rare too, but I just, new pussy? No, I want this one. I want this one I'm used to. Why would you want a new one?
Oh my God, I love you so much. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I can't wait to see this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely can't wait.
We're adding shows to Boston.
Yeah, so far there's 2. May 8th.
We're adding new screenings to those dates.
Oh, you are? Oh, okay, good.
I think we're going to show it 3 times on those Fridays now.
And then you're going to be there to do Q&A stuff, right? Is that how it works or no?
Oh, no. No, I mean, we do it once in a while. We are going to start doing Zooms, though. Zooms on the screen.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
So they are like Q&As, but we're not going to fly out.
Oh, I gotcha.
But we've been doing that at some of the bigger premieres, but I mean, it's going to be playing in 200 theaters around the world. You can't just go to every one.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate your time. Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you, and let me know what you think about it.
I definitely will.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Hopefully we'll do this again sometime later.
I would love it. Thank you. There he is, Fatty, or Fat Mike from NOFX. If you want to go and see the movie 40 Years of Fucking Up, I have a link in the show notes of this episode with all of the screenings and the links to get tickets. There's also a link to find the band's book, The Hepatitis Bathtub and Other Stories, and you'll find the link to this episode's corresponding playlist. I make a playlist for every full-length episode of the Mistress Carrie podcast that features all of my guest music and all the artists and songs that we referenced in the interview. You'll also find all the NOFX links and, of course, all the Mistress Carrie links. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to like, follow, comment, share, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday, plus every weekday you get the sit rep. The Situation Report gives you all of your rock news, music headlines, and entertainment updates in about 5 minutes. And you never know when we're going to release a bonus episode. You can join me live every Tuesday night on my official Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube for my weekly streaming video show, Cocktails in the War Room. And of course, you can always find me on the radio. Get the details on all of that and more, and find the online Mistress Carrie shop at mistresscarrie.com. The Mistress Carrie podcast, a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network.